Good evening to our Bradford, Northridge, and Milton-Union families. Welcome to the monthly K-2 literacy event. We would like for you to put the name of the school district you are representing in the chat. For example, if you are from Bradford, you would type a B. Northridge, give me an N. And Milton-Union, please type an M and a U. That way we can keep track of our attendance for the awarding of the Golden Book. Tonight, we have a very special presentation from Mrs. Caudill, who will be sharing a wonderful rhyming activity that you can do at home to build and improve reading skills. I should have introduced myself. I am Bruno the polar bear, and I hope that there are all kinds of polar bears that I saw this morning at lunch, and I also hope there are some railroaders and some bulldogs. At this time, though, let me go ahead and turn it over to Mrs. Caudill for her great activity.
Welcome, families. My name is Mrs. Jenna Caudill, and I teach third grade at Northridge Elementary. Welcome again to all of our K-2 families from Northridge, Bradford, and Milton-Union. We're so glad that you guys have joined us this evening. For today's activity, you will need a small piece of paper or a note card and something to write with. A pencil, a pen, a marker, or crayon, any of that would work. In the past couple of sessions, you've learned more about the foundational skills in the early elementary grades, including rhyming. As the presenter said last month, rhyming is about the sound towards the end of the word, not necessarily about looking at the spelling of the word. Last month, you watched a lesson where the children played a game using nonsense words or silly words and real words and played rhyming basket. Since we are familiar with rhyming using objects and using sounds, we are going to transition into writing those rhyming words. Many children's books are written in a rhyming pattern to help with this skill. Students may have had books sent home with them from the school library or from their classroom. Maybe you have a selection of books at home or that you have gotten from a public library. But there are also a ton of online resources for ebooks, including through the public libraries, but also on websites like getepic.com, storylineonline.com, Books, and even YouTube. As you can see, if you search in YouTube and you type children rhyming children's books, it will come up with a whole list of words that books that you can read with your child and listen along. There are even games on here. So what we're going to do, we are going to really be focusing on rhyming and the sound that we hear. We are listening to the last part of the word from the last vowel to the end. For example, sun and bun rhyme. Sun, bun. As we can see, not only do they sound the same, but they also look similar because they both end in the un word family, UN. However, the words do not have to be spelled the same at the end. For example, sun also rhymes with the word done. It does not have the same spelling pattern, but it sounds the same, and that is what rhyming is all about. I have found a read aloud on YouTube. As I said, there are many books that teachers have read aloud on YouTube for you to listen to and watch. As we are listening, let's see if we can notice words that rhyme in our book. Since we can see the pages, we can also pay attention to how the words are spelled and see if the rhyme is spelled the same or different. Remember, they don't have to be the same, like in sun and done. I mentioned in the beginning that you would need a note card or paper and something to write with. This is why. As we watch and listen to the story, we are going to notice the rhyming words, and we're going to write a pair, that means 2 words, of rhyming words on your card. In your school, there will be a display starting tomorrow that you can add your rhyming words to. Let's listen to the story, and then we will come back together after.
Dog on a log. illustrated by Jim Field. Hey, frog, sit on a log, said the cat. But I don't want to sit on a log, said the frog. Logs are all hard and uncomfortable, and they give you splinters. Ouch! I don't care, said the cat. You're a frog, so you must sit on a log. Can I sit on a mat? Asked the frog. Only cats sit on mats, said the cat. What about a chair? Said the frog. I wouldn't mind sitting on a chair. Hares sit on chairs, said the cat. Perhaps I could sit on a stool, said the frog. Mules sit on stools, said the cat. What about a sofa? Said the frog. I could stretch right out on a sofa. Gophers sit on sofas, said the cat. It's very simple, really. Cats sit on mats. Hares sit on chairs. Mules sit on stools. Gophers sit on sofas. And frogs sit on logs. What do lions sit on? Asked the frog. Lions sit on irons, said the cat. Ouch, said the frog. What do parrots sit on? Parrots sit on carrots, said the cat. Lions sit on irons, and parrots sit on carrots. That doesn't sound very comfortable, said the frog. It's not about being comfortable, said the cat. It's about doing the right thing. What do foxes sit on? Asked the frog. Foxes sit on boxes, said the cat. Foxes sit on boxes, and fleas sit on peas. What do goats sit on? Asked the frog. Goats sit on coats, said the cat. Goats sit on coats. Cows sit on plows. And storks sit on forks. What do gorillas sit on? Asked the frog. Gorillas sit on pillars, said the cat. Gorillas sit on pillars. Rats sit on hats. Weasels sit on easels. And moles sit on poles. What do seals sit on? Asked the frog. Don't you know anything? Said the cat. Seals sit on wheels. Doves sit on gloves. Newts sit on flutes. Lizards sit on wizards. And apes sit on grapes. What about puffins? Asked the frog. Puffins sit on muffins, said the cat. Puffins sit on muffins. Snakes sit on cakes. Owls sit on towels. Gibbons sit on ribbons. Lambs sit on jams. And bees sit on keys. Well, I never knew that, said the frog. Well, you do now, said the cat. What do dogs sit on? Asked the frog. I was hoping you weren't going to ask that, said the cat. Help! Thanks for listening, and don't forget to
Okay, I found a couple pairs of rhyming words, and I'm sure you did too. Remember that rhyming words are words that sound the same at the end, but not necessarily are spelled the same. So is it okay that your two rhyming words have a different spelling pattern? Yes, yes, yes. For example, mine was hares and chairs. The airs sound is spelled differently in each of the words, but it sounds the same. I even drew pictures to help myself remember what those words mean. Maybe you came up with two words that do have the same spelling pattern, like puffins and muffins. Those two words rhyme and they have the same spelling pattern. I have them written on my note card and I will take them to school tomorrow to put on the display. We will be collecting words until winter break. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope that this was an exciting activity that you could use at home at any time using a rhyming book, whether you have the copy physically in front of you or you look one up online. Keep track and make note of all of those rhyming words. See you next time.
Wow, wasn't that a wonderful book? Thank you, Mrs. Caudill. Parents, at this time, I, Bruno, and maybe with a little help from my colleague, Mrs. Kretzer, will try to answer any questions you may have. You may use the raise your hand feature in the toolbar, and Mr. Neely will open the mic for you, or you may type your question in the chat. I will ask you to be patient with me because Bruno needs bifocals and he does not have them. So if you type, please be patient and I will do my best to answer your questions. And by the way, boys and girls and parents, we are going to give some wait time. We know that some of you might have a little trouble typing and some might just be a little shy. And that's okay. I, Bruno, used to be shy too.
Hey, Bruno, this is Mrs. Kretzer. Can you hear me?
I can, Mrs. Kretzer. How wonderful to see you.
You too. I was sure glad to see you at lunch today. Hey,
Yeah.
I hope everybody heard. So tomorrow, bring those rhyming words in. Remember, we talked at lunch today about something special to bring in tomorrow? Bring those rhyming words in tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Bring those rhyming words. And Mrs. Kretzer, did I hear correct? Did you say that they're going to get a prize if they bring in those rhyming words?
Well, Northridge students, I think we have something special for you.
Oh my goodness. Northridge students. Thank you, Mrs. Kretzer. Bring those rhyming words. It does look like there are no questions. I do see, though, it looks like, I think that might be Aaliyah Lindamoo that said, hi, Bruno. Hi there. I don't think we have any other questions. So again, at this time, I would like to thank Mrs. Caudill for sharing with all of us, Mr. Neely for hosting the event, and all of you for your time. It takes a team to educate our students. Thank you for being part of that team. Next week, we'll have an event for grades 3 to 5, and please be on the lookout for information about our next event in January.
Hey, Bruno.
Oh, yes.
I see a couple in the question and answer. Somebody said, uh-oh, I didn't write down the rhyming words. Do we need all of them? That's a great question. So you don't have to write down the rhyming words that Mrs. Caudill said. You can come up with any 2 rhyming words that you can think of. So remember, Mrs. Caudill said, bring in a pair. A pair means 2. So just write down 2 words that rhyme and bring those in. They don't have to be the ones from the story. Any ones that you can think of.
Thank you, Mrs. Kretzer, because again, without my bifocals, I did not see that question.
Okay, I had 2 people ask that same question, so I hope I answered it. Can't wait to see all those rhyming words tomorrow. I love rhyming.
Yes, so we are looking forward to seeing you in January. Be on the lookout for that information about our next event in January. Thank you so much, boys and girls, and parents and families. Bye-bye.